Macca's Guides.
Hey, what's up guys? Macca here, playing Funk of Titans. I'm going to be showing you 15 minutes of gameplay in a preview style manner with commentary throughout. I'll be letting you guys know information about the game, how it works, going in depth and general, and talking about the game. Funk of Titans is available on the Xbox One starting on January 9th. The price will be $8.99 at launch. In terms of genre, this game would probably be classified as a platformer, but more specifically, it is a runner. Console gamers might not be necessarily familiar with the term runner, as it is more popular on the mobile game side. A runner is a game where your character is running either across the screen or into the screen, and you are interacting with that character in order to get him to the end of the level. I'll kind of explain that as we go. The story, for the most part, is you are the funk god, and you are trying to take down the gods of pop, rock, and rap in order to bring the funk back. Now, in terms of what I meant by a runner, my character is moving on his own, and I have absolutely no input into where he moves or where he goes, other than I have two buttons. The A button is to jump, and the X button is to melee. You're going to want to melee in order to kill enemies, and also break open some of these little vases in order to collect the vinyls. Now each level has 100 vinyls, which is your main goal, and then your other main goal is to obviously complete the level without dying. We'll get into that a little bit further here. So again, A is to jump, and X is to melee. Each level has a Pegasus Idol, which you'll see me collecting right here. That is basically a hidden item in the level that you want to collect in order to be able to get 100% on that level. Additionally, you'll see in the top left of the screen there are medals. There are 3 medals. The first medal is for completing the level without being touched and basically full health. The middle medal is for collecting all 100 vinyls in a level. Each level has exactly 100 of them, which are these little gold coins. And then on the right hand side, the medal is the Pegasus Idol medal for collecting the Pegasus Idol. Now, because I did get hit, I didn't get the Intactus medal. Again, that one's for completing it flawlessly. You're allowed to get hit 2 times per game. The first time, it'll strip away all of your clothing, and the second time, you'll die and have to restart the level. If you collect a Pegasus Idol at the end of the level, you'll be able to do the Pegasus bonus level, which is more or less a helicopter game, where you are holding the A button in order to gain a little bit of height, and then letting go of that A button in order to fall down a little bit. You're trying to collect as many coins as possible, and basically that's it. You're going to keep going until you die. I don't believe there's an end to this. The furthest I've gotten is about 850 meters. There might be an end at like 1,000 meters. I have no clue. I've been unable to get to the end of this, and I don't believe I know anyone who has been able to get to the end of it. So you want to keep that in mind. Now eventually you'll hit a wall and you'll be brought to this screen. It'll award you the extra vinyls, and it'll tell you how far you were able to go. Now with vinyls, you're able to do a bunch of things. I'm going to go talk to Zeus and show you some of the heroic missions and stuff. Actually, let's just go straight to level 2. For level 2, I'll be more or less explaining a few more of the game mechanics. Again, because this is such an early level, it's more or less the same thing. I'm going to want to be jumping for coins, pressing X to smash bins, and we've been introduced to wall jumps. Further on in the game, there are a whole bunch of new mechanics that are added. Now, there are basically 3 enemy types other than the fire and elemental damage here. There are regular enemies that are bald, and you can jump on them and bounce off their head. In some cases, you will have to, like this. And then there's also spiky haired guys, like these guys, which you will need to melee. If you jump on their head, it will damage you and you can die. There are also cart minions, which are guys standing next to carts with spikes on them, and you'll need to jump on their head, and that's the only thing you're able to do. You cannot melee them. Again, another Pegasus Idol, and if you get all 3 of the medals in a level, that classifies as a gold rating and means you got a gold medal on that level. You're going to need to do that for all 45 levels in the game in order to get all the achievements, and that's probably the hardest achievement, getting all 45 of the gold medals. We're going to just keep continuing through. Here's some more wall jumps. Again, there's 100 vinyls per level, and the vinyls allow you to purchase stuff in the store, which is what we'll be showing off right now. After the level again, we get the award screen, and we're going to get the Pegasus bonus level again. I'll let you guys listen into the audio for that. Alright, so now that we've done that, I'm going to be backing out to the main screen and visiting Zeus. Zeus has heroic missions, which are very common in runner-style games. What's going to happen, I'm already at the max level, but basically you're going to be given 3 different missions at a time, and once you complete those 3 missions, you'll be given 3 new missions in order to complete. Completing missions will raise your hero level. With a higher hero level, you can buy new items that you wouldn't be able to previously buy, and you'll also receive some extra vinyls in order to continue buying stuff. The missions range from anything to complete a Pegasus level at 500 or more meters, to beating a level naked 3 or 4 times, or, for example, beating a Titan or a Grunt without making a single mistake. With the vinyls, you can go into the hero store and you can select, there's 2 different types of items. There's helmets. There's 12 helmets. I'm going through all of them here. I have purchased all of them because I've beaten the game and everything. There's a whole bunch of variety, some cool ones, some crazy ones like this one, and then you can also have swords. There's 17 total swords. Again, there's some really crazy ones, and there's some more down-to-earth ones. In terms of helmets, they're purely cosmetic. In terms of swords or attack weapons, melee weapons, these actually do have a purpose in the game, which I'll be showing you a little bit later. You will actually need to use some specific ones in order to do some specific levels further on, so you'll want to keep that in mind. Now I'm going to just zoom forward a little bit, talk to Aretha here. She's going to give you hints and stuff about the game and tell you what to do in order to progress. She's kind of just like she helps you get through the level. And then I'll go to level 7 just so I can skip forward a little bit, introduce you guys to some new mechanics. So I've already told you, you jump with A, you melee with X. The character does all of the running for you. There's 3 different types of enemies, and your goal is to collect all the coins. Your goal is to also find the Pegasus Idol, and your goal is to do the level without being hit. If you ever come into a corner like I just did previously, you can just let your character sit there and he'll push against that corner so you won't have to worry. You will always do all of the jumping and your character will never jump for you unless you're hit by one of those, which will send you flying. Further on in the game, there's a lot more of those little push pads or trampolines that will send you through the level. And you're going to want to hit them in a very specific order in order to be able to clear the levels later on. Now, unfortunately, I did jump on a spiky-haired guy's head, which is why I became naked. That is one of the mechanics of the game. As soon as you get hit one time, you're allowed to get hit a total of 2 times. Once you get hit one time, your character will lose all of his clothing and continue forward. So if you ever miss a jump like I did just there, your character will turn around for you and then run the right way. So you don't have to worry about missing a jump unless you fall into an endless pit, you will die. Or if you fall into flames twice, you can die as well. But other than that, you won't have to ever worry about having to run the right way or wrong way. That is a spiked cart minion, and also make sure you're going to be breaking these vases in order to pick up the vinyls inside. Each vase has 1 vinyl inside. Now when you pause the screen, you'll see Zeus's heroic missions. I don't know why I have missions on my screen as I've completed them all. You can also resume, retry, or exit back to the level selector. I'm just going to continue and resume. You can also go to the options and select music and sound effects, which we'll just pretend we didn't look at. There's no point really. And then we'll finish off the level at 100 vinyls. Again, I got hit, so I didn't get the Intactus medal, but that's totally cool. Now for this Pegasus mission, because you guys have seen 2 full runs, I don't really think it's necessary for me to waste all this time on it. I'll just go ahead and just die straight away. And you guys know how that works. You've seen it now twice. So every level is slightly different. It seems like it might be kind of randomly generated or whatnot. Now these are grunt levels. There's 3 total grunt levels in the game, and then there's 3 total Titan levels in the game. The Titan is basically the final boss of the world. So the Titan in the pop world is the Titan of Pop, which is like Lady Gaga / Britney Spears / Madonna all mixed into one. In the rap level, it's like Pitbull or some Pitbull lookalike. And in the rock world, it's like a Van Halen lookalike, some kind of demonic rock star. Anyways, there's also 3 grunts. The grunts are more or less the same from what I can tell. And the grunt battles and the Titan battles are done through a series of quick time events. So you'll see that on screen. I'm just clicking the buttons as they show up on screen. Your goal is to get a 100% success rate in a fast manner, and that'll get you a 100% rating in this game mode as well as the Titan game mode. You can see in the top left hand side of the screen the little icons. If I get 100%, the little circle turns gold. If I miss one, I can either lose the level if I miss too many, or if I miss just 1 or 2, it'll not select it in gold, and that just means that I completed the level but I missed one of the cubes. So that is very similar to what you would be doing in the final Titan battle of each level, but the Titan battles are significantly longer. They actually have more animations and stuff like that. They have really good music in them. The music's pretty decent in this game, so you want to keep that in mind as well. There is stuff there to enjoy. So yeah, there's 3 worlds, like I said: pop, rap, and rock. I'll be showing you rap really quick on screen right here. So what we're going to do is load it up. I'm going to be going to one of the middle levels in order to just kind of show you how the game naturally progresses. This level should have, by nature, more stuff like swings and hangers and sliding. So we'll just go into that. This is kind of where the game gets after you've been playing for a couple hours. You'll notice it's more about rhythm, it's about timing. You have to go faster and faster. You're going to have to fall off of ledges without jumping. Sometimes you're going to have to jump off of ledges and time things really well. The game does actually pick up in pace and becomes a lot like a rhythm game in terms of how you have to hit certain things and jump off walls like that in order to collect certain coins. Jump here, you want to make sure you go over the fire. You're going to have to melee your way through all of these enemies, or you can bounce over if you're really good. And it's all about timing. After a while, early on, you can kind of just figure it out as you go, but you have to be really good with your timing later on in the game in order to get all of the gold medals. Like here, you have to jump off this guy. You can melee your way through and then jump over, but then you'd miss these coins. So it's like a hit or miss thing. You're probably going to have to rerun each level a couple of times in order to be able to get 100% on it. You're not likely to get 100% each time. Now this is where the specific melee swords come into play. That Pegasus is only attainable if you're using the flame sword and the flame sword only. There's a bunch of different doors in some of the levels. Not every level has a door, but there is a flame sword door, there is a traffic stop sign door, and there is a lightsaber door. So those are the 3 types of magic doors where Pegasus can be hidden behind. And you'll probably want to replay the level like this, where you've been able to get everything other than the Pegasus and 1 vinyl, which is where the Pegasus was. You'll want to quickly replay the level with the proper sword. I won't be doing that just for time purposes. Now I'm going to go to the rock world, and that is the rock boss on the screen right there. I'm going to be showing you basically the second to last level right before beating the final boss on screen right here. Level number 13 of the rock world. I will be getting gold on it, and you guys should also be seeing a whole bunch of new mechanics like switches and moving platforms. I will also be getting the Pegasus in this level, which is hidden behind a lightsaber only room. And that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. I'll leave you with the in-game audio so you guys can enjoy that. Hopefully this video is informational, enjoyable, entertaining, or whatever it is that you were looking for. Hopefully you subscribe for more content, and I'll see you next time. Peace.